We start off with the subject of education, and the introduction of government's free senior high school policy comes with expanded access through increased enrollment. The accompanying pressure on limited infrastructure and facilities, however, is already taking a toll on students and school authorities. Besides the outcry over inadequate boarding space, dining facilities are also being overstretched, compelling some students to stand and eat in the open. Love FM's Kwesi Debra brings you such reports.
It's 12 p.m. Pantrymen arranged a familiar aluminium bowls. It contains supper for students of Osei Senior High School. Students are expected at the table in the next 40 minutes. They know without prompting when tables are set. This afternoon, they will eat the popular gab beans, a mix of gari and beans. Students, especially males, aren't bothered to stand for lunch in a 30-year-old abandoned and deteriorating dining hall. Just a few meters in front of the girls' dormitory is another makeshift dining hall. In the scorching sun, they stand and eat. Never mind the discomfort. Some students are compelled by the unbearable heat to carry the food to the dormitory in breach of school regulations.
When it is raining, we have to hurry up and send the food to a place where we can eat. And sometimes we don't get to class early to learn, and that is also affecting our academics.
The free senior high school policy rolled out by government just weeks ago provides for day students to enjoy one free hot meal a day. Space and furniture are simply inadequate to accommodate the numbers. Mary Cromwell also is headmistress.
We have to go to the dining hall in batches.
Meanwhile, this 3-decade-old structure can only boast of multicolored dry lines adorning its frame. On a familiarization tour of the constituency, Member of Parliament for Tafu Pankrono visited the school. Dr. Anthony Akotose, who is also Minister for Monitoring and Evaluation, is full of praise for government for free senior high school.
You are lucky. You have an opportunity to get free SHS. Notice my choice of words. I say you are lucky. You have an opportunity to enjoy free SHS.
These students, however, would wish to enjoy it in a more cozy environment. Reporting for JoyNews, Kwesi Debra.
Some residents of Tantra Hills and Mile 7 here in Accra say they are living in constant fear after gunmen robbed 3 shops in the neighborhood last Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. 2 of the attacks happened in broad daylight, with the attackers escaping with thousands of Ghana cedis. JoyNews Maxwell Agbagba now reports.
I'm currently here on the Red Cube Road. It looks very quiet for an afternoon. There's not much of activity here on this road. Well, some robbers took advantage of the situation to rob a shop right here. Now, this is exactly what happened. Well, a company had their vehicle parked here and they were here to deliver some goods to the shop. They were seated in the car getting ready to get down to deliver those products when 2 robbers, armed robbers on a motorbike, accosted them. Well, the driver of the vehicle was sitting right inside the car when one of the robbers actually took out his gun and then pointed it at him and then took an undisclosed amount of money from them, and then they bolted. Well, I'm here to meet the owner of the shop. He was here to witness exactly what happened on that day. He's going to tell us exactly how it all happened here. Bro, what's up?
Oh, fine.
Everything fine?
Everything's okay. Last week Thursday, I was about for Unilever peoples. So they came here around 10 to 11 in the after morning, 10 to 11 p.m. a.m. They said park here. When I finished writing what all I'll buy, they just went to the car to go and bring the things. Then the car and some people who are holding motor came and put gun on them, where they collect all the money that they have from them. Just around this time.
Okay. So when you saw them, what did you do?
I said, I was inside, like, I'm coming out. When I saw it, the guy looked at me and was like, when the way the guy is holding the gun, I'm afraid that maybe she will shoot me. So I just get back in. I just went inside and locked the glass door. And the guy who was holding the gun, there was blood in his shirt. I think they went and attacked some people before they came here. I'm in fear. Because of what happened the other day, I'm in fear now.
That happened on Thursday afternoon. I'm here to meet another woman here in the same community of Tantra Hills. Well, she was robbed of her amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis here at Tantra Hills. Well, that happened on Wednesday afternoon, sometime around 3:45 p.m. The robbers came in here, fired some warning shots, and then robbed her of her possessions. We are here to meet her to find out exactly how it happened.
We were here ran about 3:30 to 4. I was sitting here when I saw a private car parking here. Then the man get out with a jacket, hood, a leather jacket. Then I said, oh, why this leather jacket? It didn't take about 1 minute. Then I heard, pew. Then I saw that it's a armed robbers. They take our mobile money. So when we add it, it's a 10,000 plus and mobile phone. Our Tigo mobile phone, Airtel, and your iPhone. Yes, I'm fear now. So even I went to police station and told them that they will give us a police to come and guide us, but the price was too much.
As soon as they came inside, they opened the gate and they entered. So I was trying to give my iPhone to my sister, then they gave a warning shot. So I was struggling with one, and one of them slapped me and used the, I don't know whether it's a stick, something to hit my back around 3:30 to 4 p.m. In the afternoon. But they said if people come around that they will kill one of us. Yes, they threatened us.
That incident happened last Wednesday. I'm at a different shop where there was another incident of a robbery here. But this incident actually happened on Monday, and the place is about 30 seconds walk from the last place that we visited. Well, the woman who sells in this shop tells me that she makes daily sales of about 1,500 Ghana cedis. She had kept the money for the sales of 5 days in the shop. Someone broke into it and made way with all of that money.
Away from crime, head of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital Breast Cancer Unit, Dr. Florence Dede, is advocating the early screening of breast among women as discussions open for this year's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Estimates, it is said that about 2,000 women in Ghana every year get breast cancer, are diagnosed with breast cancer. And of all those who have breast cancer, so those who've been diagnosed and those who are living with breast cancer, about 1,000 every year would die.
Okay. And apart from the breast cancers, do you have any other diseases affecting the breast?
Yeah, so there are many diseases that affect the breast. Breast cancer is not the only one. It's just that breast cancer is the most worrying one. So usually we put a lot of emphasis on breast cancer, but there are many other diseases that can affect the breast. That is why it's important when you notice a problem or something different with the breast to come to hospital, and then we will look at it. Most of the diseases are not breast cancer.
Your advice to the general public?
I would say that for every woman, especially more than the age of 20 years, you should examine your breast every month. So stand in front of a mirror, look, and then use your hands to press your breasts against your chest. If you notice once you do that every month, you get to know what your normal is. And when you notice any changes, where that change could be a lump in the breast, a rash on the skin, a sore on the skin, the nipple changing direction, getting swollen, anything that is different from what you have always known, please don't hesitate to go to a hospital and have it examined, and probably further tests will be done. If it is breast cancer, don't despair. Once we catch it early, we are able to treat, and most women are cured.
In her address at the official opening, the First Lady, Rebecca Ekufuado, called for urgent stakeholder collaboration to demystify stories around breast cancer, such as claims that it is incurable.
October gives us an opportunity to encourage and support measures aimed at early detection, effective treatment, and palliative care of this disease. In countries like Ghana, it is also an opportunity to demystify the disease by dealing with misconceptions that eventually lead to poor treatment outcome. Globally, breast cancer is the leading cancer for women and the second leading cause of female cancer deaths. In Ghana, it is both the leading cancer and the leading cause of cancer death. Alarming statistics by WHO estimates that over 2,000 women in Ghana get the disease and more than 1,000 die from it every year. Most are young, with the majority between 40 and 49 years. More alarming is the fact that the World Health Organization projects an increase in numbers in countries like Ghana. There are a lot of misconceptions about the disease, as well as false claims on treatment on the internet, social media platforms, from friends, relatives, and even casual acquaintances. As a result, many women end up in the hospital after trying other treatments. By this time, their cancers are no more curable. Let us all continue to work for the good health of our people. On that note, I declare the breast cancer awareness activities duly launched.
And already some female media practitioners have been adding their voices to calls for healthier breasts. In fact, beyond talk, they are partnering with the Trans Hospital here in Accra to offer free breast screening for women in commemoration of the Breast Cancer Awareness Month this October. Convener of the Alliance for Women in Media, Shamima Muslim Al-Hassan, and a member of the Alliance, Ifia Dra, have been explaining why it is important for breasts to be frequently examined.
The breast cancer awareness campaign has been ongoing for over several decades now. And I think about 2 decades ago, about 10 to 5 years ago, it was really a big campaign. Unfortunately, we have heard from reports from Kolebu that within the past 5 to 10 years, despite the awareness, creation, we still haven't seen corresponding increase in knowledge, which is reflected in people's attitude towards the disease, which hopefully should have led to different practices in terms of people actually presenting themselves in time before the cells degenerate to the point that you may have to lose your life. So unfortunately, the awareness hasn't led to increasing practice of presenting oneself to the hospital, and we need to ask why. And we need to continue with it because many lives are being lost each day to cancer. Protect your assets.
Protect your assets.
Families must be interested in supporting their women to go for regular screening and protect themselves from cancer. It's an avoidable death.
And on the 11th, it's opened for everybody to come to our dental trust clinic at the housing down for everybody to get free screening. Yes, we are going on University of Ghana campus on the 18th of October. If you're a student and you're around UPS, University of Ghana, come there. And then every Tuesday and Thursday, you can come to Trust Hospital and get screened for free.
In Osu.
And in Osu, opposite the Goil filling station. What we want women to know is that preventive health is very important. We spend all the time. How many hours do you spend doing this hair? Maybe 2 hours, 3 hours.
You don't want to know.
Yes. And you join a queue, you have to book in advance and all that. The same attitude we have towards our hair, buying,
we should transfer it to our
Brazilian hair and all that. We should transfer it to our health and the breast in particular.
President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has begun his 2-day official tour of the Upper West region by inaugurating the Wa Urban Water Project at Jambusu in the Wa West district. The $55.5 million project, funded by a loan from the Exim Bank of South Korea, will supply ultimately some 3.6 million gallons of water a day to Wa and its environs from the Black Volta. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has also been assuring the skyrocketing crime rate in the region, and he's been saying that will be reduced drastically as a crack team from the security agencies have been tasked to present a report on the situation to the IGP for immediate redress. JoyNews Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam is reporting from Jambusu in the Wa West district.
President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo began his 2-day official working tour to the Upper West region immediately after touching down at the Wa airstrip. He was met on arrival by functionaries of the government and sea of party supporters from the MPP. His first point of call was at Jambusu in the Wa West district to commission the Wa Urban Water Project. It is a $55.5 million loan project funded by Exim Bank of South Korea. The project is expected to pump 3.6 million gallons of water a day to Wa and its environs. Actual work of the project commenced in 2013. Managing Director of Ghana Water Company, Dr. Clifford Brimer, noted that with the successful completion of the project, they need more funding to extend pipelines to other parts of the Wa municipality.
Currently, there is enough water available for the good people of Wa and its environs. However, there's not enough pipe network to effectively and efficiently serve the whole Wa township. And this is where our second project we'll be looking at. Currently, Wa is supplied water to only 3,000 people. With a population of 100,000, it means that we can get a customer base of almost 20,000. And so we have an excess of about 17,000 to supply in the township of Wa.
Paramount Chief of the Durmo traditional area, Nasongwanya Danagoro II, thanked President Nana Akufo-Addo for his commitment to completing the project. He, however, has some reservations on the project.
This project, we made to understand that all the communities along the line were going to be served. Unfortunately, the project has completed without many things being done. For example, my own village, Kong, has no pipe warm water. Gwa is there. Pasa is there. Even Dormo, which is the community capital, has only 2. Please, we need about 4.
Also present to grace the occasion was the South Korean ambassador to Ghana, Wong Kin Liu. President Nana Akufo-Addo was thankful to the people of the Upper West region for the confidence reposed in him. He was happy that a project that was started by the Kufuor administration was to be commissioned by him.
This project was begun at the time of the great Ghanaian leader, John Ajay Kufuor. It was in his time that the financing for this project was secured. As far back as 2008. But unfortunately, after he left, it took 5 years under the government of the NDC successor government before the construction of the project. Well, God has his own way of doing these things. A project that was begun by Kufuor is going to be commissioned by Akufo-Addo. That's the way the Almighty is.
He expressed concern over the security situation in the Wa West district and pledged to work assiduously to change the trend.
The leadership of the police, the IGP, has sent a crack team of 14 men, led by Chief Superintendent Peter Ndebugre, from the counterterrorism unit, to come here to support the law enforcement agents here, and also review and study the situation to make a report to the IGP as to the steps that need to be taken to arrest the deteriorating security situation up here. So it's a matter that is already on our table and under our action. My understanding is that already the unit has made 3 arrests and will continue to work. And very soon they will make the report to the IGP. That will enable us to take the necessary actions.
President Nana Akufo-Addo then turned the stopcock to commission the Wa Urban Water Project. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam, Jambusu.
The taste of water. And that's President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo continuing his tour of the 3 northern regions. We'll bring you a lot more highlights of his tour subsequently on other programming on the channel during the day. But that'll be it for the latest news update we have. We bring you a lot more news. We'll be reviewing the newspapers, look at the online portals, and look at how the residents of Las Vegas and the rest of the United States really are taking the number of deaths that had so far been recorded following that mass shooting. Initially it was 50. Now we're told by the latest international reports that the death toll has hit about 58 and 500 others injured in the hospital. But that's why we leave you with a song by the leading and reigning artist of the year, Joe Mettle. It's titled Minstrel. Remember, Joe Mettle will be part of Friday or this year's 2017 Adom Praise event. It is going to take place at the Perez Dome here in Accra, and the tickets costing just 50 Ghana cedis are available at the front desk of Joy FM, other outlets of the multimedia group. Please make sure that you are a participant in that great show.